Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty Girl Jerrica and I am very excited. It's officially New Year's Eve. It's 1:09 a.m. and I filmed this New Year's Eve drugstore look for you guys. I was very inspired to do a look, my very last video for 2017, and what better perfect moment than to film a New Year's Eve get ready with me. I did use everything from the drugstore. I will leave everything linked down below. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe. Also, I will leave everything linked down below as to what I used. There were some hit and misses with this look, and I did struggle a little bit with some of the items, and I'll let you guys know. But I think it turned out pretty good to be drugstore. And I'm very satisfied the way that it came out. I was inspired by my nails. Very silvery and glittery, of course. New Year's Eve. And I will see you in 2018. So first I'm going to go on with the shadow shields. And you want to try to place this as even as possible so that your eyeshadow comes out matching. And if you don't have these, you can also use tape. I'm also going to use the Maybelline Baby Lips to moisturize my lips. Now I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Creamy Beige, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyelids so that my eyeshadow lasts all through the night and pops. Now I'm taking the Airspun powder in the shade Natural, and I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I definitely prefer the Laura Mercier powder, but this is a cheaper alternative to that. The Laura Mercier powder is about $40, and this is probably about less than $10. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and unfortunately I had threw away the box or the insert with the colors of the names. I'm so sorry, but if you follow along with me, I'm only using probably 3 or 4 shades. So for my transition shade, I'm using the lighter shade that I pointed out, and you want to blend this seamlessly into your crease, dipping your brush in once and working up the color. I know it doesn't look like much now, but a transition shade is very, very important. It helps all of the other colors that you'll be placing on next blend in seamlessly. Next, I'm taking this transition shade and I'm going to be placing it on top of the first shade that I used in the beginning. And we're going to place it exactly on top of the first shade, and we're going to work the color up slowly. You want to make sure that you're dipping the brush in once and then picking up the color that way and then working your way up. You don't want to put too much shadow on at one time. You want to make everything blend in seamlessly. Now I'm taking in the black color, and when you're working with a black eyeshadow, you want to be really, really careful. You want to dip your brush in once and really build the color up. Right now I only dip my brush in once. I'm working on the outer corner, and then I'm bringing it towards the inner corner of my eye. Also, taking your brush and going into a circular motion really, really helps instead of just swiping from left to right. get your brush and you make a circular motion. I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the other eye. Dip my brush in the black once. Focus more of the eyeshadow towards the outer part of my eye and then blend everything in seamlessly so that the outer portion of my eye is a little bit more darker than the inner corner. You want to keep blending to make sure there are no harsh lines, and you also don't want to just have your eyes closed, because when you open your eyes a little, your eyeshadow looks completely different as to when your eyes are just closed. So you want to make sure you're still opening your eyes, looking directly to see how the eyeshadow will be. So now I'm going to take a more dense brush and I'm going to precisely put the black eyeshadow onto my eyelid. I'm going to pack the eyeshadow onto the other eye, and remember, this does not have to be so precise because you're going to blend everything out in a little bit. So I want to intensify the black on my eyelid, so I sprayed some setting spray to make it a little bit darker. So I'm taking a clean blending brush and I'm going to blend the colors from my eyelid to the eyeshadow that I blended in the beginning on my crease. And you want to do the same thing here, the circular motions. Make sure you're getting your brush and just doing circular motions, not back and forth motions. I'm going to pick up a little bit more black on the clean eyeshadow brush and I'm going to start dipping it in to intensify the color to my liking. Next, I'm going to go on with this mustard shade. I'm going to put it at the top so that it's not just a black smoky eye. I have a little bit of color peeking through. Next, I'm going to go on with the Revlon PhotoReady Eye Art in the color 110 Steel Spark. These remind me of the Stila liquid eyeshadows, the glitter ones, but they're way cheaper than that. And you can find these at CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. You want to make sure that you're going in slowly so that you're more precise. You want to put the glitter on your eyelid. I'm actually going to go a little bit above my eyelid because I have a little bit of a hooded eye. So I'm just going to place the glitter to my liking a little bit above my eyelid and fill in any sparse areas. You You also want to make sure you let this dry a little bit because this formula of eyeshadow glitter is very wet, and if you open your eye, you can completely ruin the whole entire eye look. So you want to do the same thing that you did to the other eye. Make sure you're taking your time so that it matches exactly the same as the other one. So right here I'm fanning everything so that it can dry quicker, but this took about 5 minutes to dry completely. I'm also going to go back in and fill in any sparse areas and then take off the shadow shield. Next I'm going to go in with the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. This is very good for oily skin. For today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte+Poreless in the shade 228 Soft Tan. First, I'm going to apply my foundation with the foundation brush, and then I will be going in with the Beauty Blender. Since this is a New Year's Eve look, I added a little bit of more foundation for fuller coverage. You want to make sure you're blending everything in with the damp beauty blender. Make sure you blend everything so you don't see any lines or any streaking, and bring everything down to your neck so that your face matches your body. Next, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Creamy Beige again, the same color that I used to prime my eyelids, and I'm going to highlight the highest points of my face. I'm going to spray a little bit of Mario Badescu setting spray on my damp beauty blender, and that's what I'm going to use to blend in my concealer. You want to make sure that you're tapping in the concealer and you're not smudging it. So you're using a tapping motion to blend it instead of swiping motions. Again, I'm going to go in with my Airspun powder, and I'm going to set all the areas that I concealed. overall, the setting powder, it's pretty good to be drugstore. I did feel like it left a little bit of a white cast. I noticed that they do have at Walmart a translucent color. So maybe I'm going to try that one better to see if it works. But this really did do the job. So I'm just going to bake a little bit under my eyes so that any fallout from my bottom lash line eyeshadow that I'll be placing doesn't mess up my foundation. So I'm going to go in again with this mustard shade, and I'm going to add a little bit more to my eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take the Revlon Eye Art again, and I'm going to fill in any sparse areas or any areas that I want to make more shimmery. And I'm going to place that on my eyelid. So I'm going to apply the Maybelline Colossal Spider Effect Mascara on my eyelashes. So next I'm going to place every single eyeshadow that I used in my crease and my eye look. I'm going to place on the bottom lash line from lightest to darkest. So I'm going to first go in with the first transition shade that I used first, the lighter brown, and then the neutral color, the mustard color, and then finally the black. So for today's eyelashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss I Envy eyelashes in KPE 33. And you want to place the eyelash glue on your eyelashes, let it get tacky, and then place them. I like placing the eyelashes in the center, and then you place the side and then the inner corner. So it was like 1 in the morning and somebody was way ready for me to come to bed. So for today's eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. And I must say, this is my first time using this gel crayon pencil, and I highly, highly recommend it. You can get it from the drugstore, and it is the most pigmented, creamy, black eyeliner that I have ever used. I highly, highly recommend it. So now I'm going to take the black eyeshadow and I'm going to smudge my lower lash line to make it a little bit more smokier. I'm going to go on with the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in the shade Crystal Silver to give my inner corner a little bit of a silver sparkle. And now that I'm completely done with my eye look, I'm going to dust away the setting powder. And now I'm going to contour using my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I'm going to slightly contour my nose using the lightest shade in the contour palette. I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush to take away any harsh lines from my contour. Now I'm going to sharpen up my contour with the same setting powder. I'm going to go over my contour with the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 04 Glow to add a little bit of sparkle to my contoured areas. Now I'm going to set the rest of my makeup with the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin in the shade 80 Rich Tan. And this is going to help set my makeup so that the oil doesn't peek throughout the night. So for tonight, I decided to wear some blush, and I'm going to use the Milani Powder Blush in the shade Romantic Rose. And I wanted to glow even more, so I'm using the Milani Tantastic Face and Body Baked Bronzer for that extra glow. So for today's highlight, I'm using the new Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Champagne. And this is very, very pigmented, as you can see. But I don't really like it. On camera, it looks so beautiful and glowy. But in person, it's very chunky and glittery. And this is not something that I would wear to go out. So right now I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender to tone down a little bit of highlight and to make it more natural looking. Now for my lips today, I'm going to go in with the LA Colors Lip Liner Pencil. And unfortunately, this did not have a shade, but it's a dark brown color. And then in the center, I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color London. And to lighten up my lips a little bit, so I use the LA Color Matte. It's a pale nude color. There's no shade to it. Now I'm going to spritz my face with the Mario Badescu Rosewater. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender to make sure all of my makeup is blended in perfectly and it looks more like skin and it's not powdery. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. If you recreate it, please tag me at beautygirl_Jerrica on Instagram. I hope everyone has a safe new year. See you in 2018. Thanks for watching.